Hello guys, welcome back. And this is the second module of Deep Learning 2020. So from the last section, you now know as how to use the deep neural networks for various tasks like binary classification, multi-class classification and regression. So in this section, we are going to learn as how to perform the task of computer vision using convolution neural networks. So let's start by understanding the term computer vision. And here, first let's take this term, that is vision. The question is, what is a vision? Yes, the question is simple. What is a vision? Now, what is the answer for this? It is also very simple. Vision means ability to see. So, in simple sense, computer vision means giving the computers the ability to see. Understood? Now, in recent days, we have seen many global firms making use of this field of computer vision across the domains like from autonomous driving and retail to healthcare. Yes, they are doing it. That is because to improve their business operation and enhance the productivity of the employees, which is enabling the companies to give the best customer experience. But the question remains the same. How can we enable any computer to see the outside world? It is a very non-living being. Yes, it is a non-living being. And how can we enable any non-living being or say our computer to see this outside world? So now to understand this, what we have to do is we have to analyze as how we humans, being living beings, we humans see the objects in the outside world. And guys, what I'm going to tell now is something very much basic from the biology of high school, but still we have to know this at this point so that we can clearly get the idea about this computer vision. Okay? So now what happens here is when a light falls on an object, it actually reflects back to the eye. And the photoreceptors in the eye turn the light into electrical signals. And these electrical signals travel from the retina to optica nerve in the brain. And the brain processes the images. Beautiful, right? So as you can observe, here we have got three events which are taking place. Wherein the first event is light is falling on the object and reflecting back to our eyes. And wherein the second event, that is the light signals are getting converted into electrical signals. And if we talk about the third event, that is the electric signals are getting processed in the brain. So now, if I talk in terms of our computer science, I can say as data is actually getting captured from the outside world, which is as same as light falling on the object and reflecting back to eye. And in the second event, the data is getting transformed, which is as same as the light signals are getting converted to electrical signals. And in the final event, data is getting processed, which is nothing but the signals processing in the brain. Got it? Now, if I want to give the same abilities to our computer, what we have to do? We have to give the three main abilities to computer to see the outside world. That is, I should give my computers the ability to capture the data, transform the data, and also the analytical ability to process the data. So now let's see as how we can give these abilities. Okay, so first is the ability to capture the outside world. Now, we can give this ability with the use of the hardware, something like webcams, HD cameras like DSLR and many more. And even the mobiles in our hand have the ability to shoot the high quality images or the videos. So with this, the first requirement of the capturing the data is satisfied. So the first ability is gifted to the computers. Now coming to the second requirement, that is data transformation. For this, we have a great range of softwares which allows us to convert the image or the video data which has been captured from the hardware into the required format as required for the computer processing. That means we are satisfied with the second requirement. That is, we are also gifting the second requirement for the computer to enable it to see the outside world. Now, last but not the least, that is the ability to use the transform data in making the decisions. Now, to do this, we make use of our deep learning architecture. Yes, to do this or to give this ability to computer, we make use of deep learning architecture called convolutional neural networks. Okay? So, as this is a new word than what we have come across, so let's understand this convolution neural network, this word in detail. So let's start by understanding the term convolution. So what actually this convolution means? In mathematics, this convolution is actually a mathematical operation on two functions, that is f and g, which produces a third function expressing how the shape of one is modified by the other. So in the image processing, we can call the convolution as its manipulation of pixel values of an image. Guys, if you're hearing this term for the first time, you might think this is something very highly complex, most advanced term where only selective few can understand and use. No guys, it's not that way. I'll tell you, everyone is using this convolution operation in a daily life. Yes, we are using it every day. So I'll start by asking you a few questions over here. So the first question is something like this. So what do you normally do when you click a photo? Please do answer me in the comment section. I want you to pause the video here and please do answer it in a comment section. Done? I'm sure guys, most of you would have answered in this way. It is like sharing on a social media, Insta handle, Facebook, anything, anywhere where you can share it with your friends and family. But now, before sharing, yes, I'm speaking something about before sharing. Now, before sharing, what are the common things that we will be performing? See, we will be making sure that the pic looks good in all the angles, that too by applying various beautification techniques, that is adjusting the lighting, brightness, crop, rotation, many more things. Yes, many more things with the use of our mobile apps. Isn't it? Yes. Yes guys, this very act of changing the properties of the image by applying the various effects and filters is what is known as convolution operation on images. Got it? Now guys, just observe the image that is presented on the screen. So in this image, can you just identify as how many water sources are present in the image? Yes, we can actually identify one water source at the bottom of the photograph. Okay. Now look at the same photograph but by adding the various effects on it. Okay. See, can you tell me as how many water bodies do we see in this image? Oh yeah, we can actually now see two water sources in the image. Guys, why I'm showing you all these things? Because this kind of similar operation will be performed in convolution layers of deep neural network, where my network tries to learn more of the features in the image by performing the convolution operation. Got it? Now the question is, how does it actually work? So I can make the convolution operation with this representation. We will have an input image onto which we will apply a filter which is of the form of matrix, let's say 3x3. And by applying the filter on top of our image, that is input image, we get the transformed output image. So guys, for now, you can just think of this input image as a color image, and a filter can be thought of a special filter that you use like converting to grayscale. Okay, and once you apply this, your image will be converted to grayscale. And this is the intuition behind convolution operation. Understood? Now the question arises over here is how it actually performs and how I can get the output in the required manner. And guys, that and all will be discussed in our next video. So guys, please do subscribe to our channel to get more such informative videos, and if you want, you can obviously share it with your friends for spreading the knowledge. And guys, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Till then, keep learning and take care.